Good morning, it's Kale. I am back and I will catch you up on why I've been absent for so long, what went on, and the chaos and the torture that I went through. But I'm back now. I'm going to do some diamond painting on Aquarius by Josephine Wall while we're talking. I do have the dogs kicked out into the living room. I think I can trust the little puppy on her potty training now that she'll just go where she's supposed to go, so I don't have to worry about it. They may bark in the background if they see somebody walking down the sidewalk or whatever, but I'm just going to go ahead and ignore that. So let's put some music on. I mean, I need it just to de-stress, because it has been a stressful, I think it's been like a month now. Let me check on the chat thing. See if that's working. Yeah, it showed up. Okie dokie. So I'm working kind of like this way. I'm on the left-hand side of the canvas, so the top of the canvas is facing that way. So let's see, where do I start on the chaos that I've been through for the past few weeks? So I've been talking to a family member who I talk to like every day, and he's got a house in Tennessee, but he also has a house in Alabama. So the proposal was put forth, you know, why don't hubby and I hear Evie growling, hubby and I buy his house. So he's been doing lots of remodeling and really great landscaping and so on and so forth. He's got all the supplies there for the most part. It's just that he works full time, and he's, you know, trying to go back and forth between Tennessee and Alabama. It's just really difficult. So it seemed like a good idea, and you know, we're gonna get a good bargain, and as far as like the price and so on and so forth. But when we started working on the logistics, it slowly kind of just became a nightmare. So at first we didn't really realize it was going to be a nightmare until we got like further into the process. So we reserved the U-Haul trucks for like sometime mid-June, and I started packing, and we put our house on the market, and, you know, signed the contract with the real estate company, which is the agent is somebody that my husband knows and has worked with before. And so I was packing and packing and packing, and of course I have a lot of things in my office. So needless to say, I basically packed up my entire freaking house in like 2 weeks time. So the plan was, and of course my husband has koi fish in a pond in the backyard. So the issue was trying to figure out how to get water set up in like a pool, some kind of water holding thing, a pool, a pond, you know, whatever, something to put the fish in. So the thing is though, you can't just take water out of the faucet and stick it in there and then stick the fish in there. First of all, they'll just die from the chlorine, and you know, they have to acclimate, and it has to have beneficial bacteria, and you know, there's all these like requirements for you to be able to just move them from where they are to another holding, you know, water holding thing, tank or pond or whatever. So that was one issue. And the other issue was my husband, since he's a heavy equipment mechanic, has 3 gigantic, and I mean gigantic, toolboxes. I'm not talking about like just a little you know, pick it up with one hand type of toolbox. It's like, you know, it's a serious toolbox. He's got wrenches that are as long as my arms. It's ridiculous. So there was that to try and figure out that we were working on. And then the other thing to figure out was we have 3 vehicles. So getting those down there and driving 2 U-Haul trucks, because we figured it'd take 2. So one for all the stuff in the house and one for the toolboxes. So, you know, I was going to fly the family member out here to help us move and drive one of the U-Hauls. But it just became so complicated and the plan kept changing. And it just kind of came to like a screeching halt. And I couldn't take the stress and you know, the changing of the plans was really like the main thing. Because normally if you know, I make up a plan, or you know, a plan is created by whoever, I kind of like to stick to it as much as possible, because otherwise it starts creating chaos, and that's what it was doing. It was creating chaos and stress. Because we were getting to the point where my husband was going to quit his job and drive down there with the water and set up the pool. It was kind of like a people swimming pool, you know, and get that going. But he was going to quit his job, and you know, thank goodness he didn't. So anyhow, so that came to like a screeching halt, and I was so tired. I mean, I spent 2 weeks just packing boxes. Our front garage was just full of boxes, taking down all the paintings, going through things, cleaning out old stuff, throwing it away, and just, you know, it was a lot of work. You know, I'm no spring chicken anymore, so I was exhausted. And then, of course, when we got to the point where it was like, this is just not going to work. It's just, you know, it's just not going to work. I can't keep changing the plan, and, you know, it's just getting the fish there, and the cars, and the toolboxes, plus all of our belongings. It's just too much. So then, it's like, okay, so talk to the family member, and that's kind of a little rocky there. Hopefully he'll get over being upset about it. It's not that I didn't want to live down there near him. It has nothing to do with that at all. It's just like the plan changing just blew me out of the water. Blew my husband out of the water. He just couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. I was like, why does the plan keep changing? You know, because we're kind of like, we got a plan, let's go. We just run with it. So, then the old lady, me, had to unpack everything. Now, I would say I had like 90% of my house packed at this point in time. So we were living in an echo chamber, because when your house doesn't have anything in it, it's noisy. It's like, wow, everything, you hear everything. And it was just like, I have to unpack everything. So I mostly started with the kitchen. So we had like all our dishes and stuff back again. And I'm looking to see if there's any more of this symbol here. I don't think so. And so, you know, it's like, start with the kitchen, then just the living room, and just move around and room to room. I still don't have all the paintings up. And so, we figured before we put everything back in the master bedroom and my office, we would just rip the carpet out and put some hardwood flooring down. So we got that done, And then the middle room, which is where I put the day bed instead of here in my office, we painted that room because it needed a serious paint job, because that's the room where the fish were. The 55-gallon tanks were in there. So got that done. And then just continued on with the unpacking. I figured while I was at it, I would just go and kind of like reorganize my kitchen cabinets and make them a little bit more functional. Make it a little easier for me to reach certain things, because of course I'm short. So, once we kind of realized that we're not moving, then I also could go back to planting flowers, right? So we went over to the nursery, the local nursery, not Home Depot, and bought a bunch of plants for the front yard. So we got that started. I still have to finish the back. But my rose bushes are going crazy back there from all the rain we've had. So my husband had taken a week of vacation for him to go down and get the and take the water for the fish. So he just used that time to get a bunch of stuff done around the house, like that painting and moving the day bed out of my office. Can't tell what that symbol is there. So I guess we're gonna die here. I guess this is it, man. I can't even imagine, like, you know, the fish thing. My husband loves his fish, and you know, moving them, you know, we're not gonna leave them behind. He's not gonna sell them. They're like pets. I mean, you know, unless you absolutely had to, why would you sell, like, say you like your cat or dog when you move? You want to bring them with you. They're part of your family. And I know it seems odd to kind of say that about fish, but he sees them as, you know, part of his family. Yeah, so that's where I've been, and that's what I've been doing for the past, whatever, 4 weeks. Maybe 5 weeks. I took a week off after all of that because I was exhausted, like literally. I don't know what I did to the bottom of my left foot, but now when I walk on it, it's all sore. I hear the dogs running around out there and they're chasing each other. And you know, my arms were sore, my hands were aching, and I was like, I need a week off of just not doing anything related to the house other than, like, you know, doing the dishes, taking the trash out, kind of that sort of thing. So, hopefully, I'm almost done, and I can get it done quickly. Just a few more paintings to hang. Let's see if I can find this plus sign. So this plus sign, so there's 2 different plus signs. Kind of, well, this is sort of like a plus sign. So I'm gonna, it's this one. You know, and it was gonna be a nice adventure to move and whatever. It would have been more land, bigger house. I would have had an office with, where did I see this? An office with a fireplace. That would have been pretty cool. But the logistics of it were just too much. No, I mean, if I was like, if I had won the lottery and was able to pay a company, it's like, here, pack all this stuff and Move it. And I don't know if there are like companies that move fish. And some of these fish, they're like 12 inches long. They're not like little goldfish. They're pretty big. I mean, they're koi, you know. So hopefully my family member will talk to me, get over being upset. It just didn't work out. I don't have any hard feelings about it. It just didn't work out, you know. Sometimes, what's that expression? Best laid plans, la la la, they just don't work. They just don't come to fruition, and that was just one of them. That's okay. I can always just get in the truck with hubby and the dogs, and we can go take a trip and go visit him in Alabama. So let's see, so last week, which was the week off, the recovery week. Oh man, the major recovery week. I was like sleeping during the day, just falling asleep on the couch. I was so tired. I figured I would go ahead and get back into my streaming routine, especially now that the little puppy is mostly potty trained. So she has like a little pink kennel, and I had her pad in there, her little pee pad in there. And she was going in there pretty religiously, and then I decided, well, let me just take the kennel part out. And it's like vinyl or something, nylon. It's not hard. It's not a hard kennel. And let me just put the pad on the floor next to where Rosie's pads are, and let's see if she'll just go there. But what ended up happening is she started going on the floor. I don't know why. Like, one time she'd go on the pad, one time she'd go on the floor, and it's like, what's going on here? So I just put the dumb kennel back in there, and like, freak this dog. Like, seriously? And so we'll see what happens. I just did that like yesterday. And so hopefully, if I missed one right there. I know, well, this is just the first pass. So of course with Aquarius, with this kit, it's like the whole thing is like confetti, so you have to usually do like more than one pass, because you'll miss something. Where did I see that here? Uh-oh, this music. So let's go over to Spotify. And let's go to what's this one sound like? I don't know. No, that's not right. I'll figure it out. Why does it have to be so difficult? I just want something relaxing, because I need to relax. So then we had some storms. There's been a lot of rain. And my rose bushes are going crazy. I need to go out there and deadhead them. I hear the puppies crying at the door. She's like, why is the door shut? Why can't I come in? No, Misty. Go lie down. Then the other one, Rosie, the year and a half old, whatever she is, she hasn't eaten all day. She's so picky. Like, she doesn't, I've given her like 2 different things to eat. And I'm not a restaurant, so it's like if you don't eat, you know, you're just gonna get hungry. So, she hasn't eaten, but it worries me because she's little and I don't want, you know, she hasn't eaten since yesterday. I don't want her blood sugar to drop, but I'll try again after I'm done streaming. Okay, so I'm trying to kind of finish up here. This little, there's a couple little empty spots up here. I want to finish this so I can get it up on the wall in my office. And so now that the day bed's not in here, I have a lot more room, and I made my office, the desk part, into a U shape instead of the L that I had before. And so I have a lot more space. So I had to get a, go away Misty. So I had to get a bigger, what's that thing called? Little mat that goes under your office chair. I had to get a different and bigger one of those because the one I had before was for carpet, and the one I had to get was for hardwood floor. So I had to get that so I can roll around and not wreck up the floor. So I was decorating and all that good stuff, and pretty much kind of putting everything back, reorganizing a little bit, which was a little time consuming, but that's okay. I still have some stuff that's coming for the bedroom, where the day bed is, that room. So I'm going to put like a canopy, like a kind of not lacy but sheer canopy fabric thing over the bed, and kind of make it kind of like, what's the word? Not fairy, but kind of like shabby chic, kind of semi-rustic or whatever. Lots of, I'm going to put like flowers and plants and stuff in there. Make it real cozy.
Switch to Champion Energy for fair prices and great service. It's time for some new energy. PUCT 10098.
I got to put some paintings up in there. My husband's like, let's not put all the paintings back up. This isn't an art gallery. I was like, I know, I'm sorry. What can I say? It's like my youngest brother, he was an artist, and he passed away, and I have some of his art. And my mom was an artist, and she passed away, and I have some of her art. Oh my gosh, the babies are barking at me. I might have to let them in. I can never do anything in peace. Hey. You hear that? Let me open the door. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Good girls. Come lie down. Everybody lie down. No, lie down. Out. Lily? That's not... No. No, they're not going to sit on my lap. That's like not going to happen. I'm not going to try and diamond paint with dogs on my lap. Hopefully they'll just have a couple of beds in here. I'll just lay down and like get with the program. Some of these are like sticking together. That's kind of irritating. Ooh, go flying everywhere. I don't know why that's happening. So I want to get this one done, and then I want to get, because this one's going to go here in the office on the wall next to Magic Potion. And then the other one I'm going to do finish after this one is bubble wall. That's going to go on the other empty wall space. So you see, I missed these right here. Oh gosh. Okay, so they're laying in their little bed, chewing on each other. See if I can just grab them out of here. No. Jury rigging, pulling diamonds out of the container. There was another one I saw that I missed. In here, maybe, yeah, there's another one there. And there. I just put a couple like that. There's one up here I just saw there. This is what happens. So you put this color away, and then you start seeing places that you miss. You're like, oh my gosh, I gotta pull it back out. Like I missed all these. Sad. Ooh, somebody chewing on somebody else. I missed this. There's two here. There's another one. Well, I missed a lot of these. That was pathetic. Why did I miss so many? I'm not paying attention? I don't know. Hey, knock it off. Psh, no. No. Rosie? So the little baby, she decided that she didn't want to, like, before she would go outside with all the other dogs. Now she's, like, afraid to go out there. I'm like, what's going on with that? What's that about? So now she doesn't want to go out. There's always something with these dogs. They're just like children. I missed a lot of these. That's sad. Oh my gosh, why did I miss so many? Yeah, it's not like I haven't been diamond painting. I diamond painted on this the last couple days in the morning. And it took me a little bit to get used to the symbols again and the colors. But it's so confetti, it's really difficult when you do your pass, when you go through, you know, you start one end, you go to the other end, you're just going to miss something. There's so many symbols and so many colors. So you usually definitely have to go back twice for sure. And sometimes, depending, you know, maybe even like 3 times. Okay, so let me go back. Let me drink some water. This right here is 2 stuck together. I'll put that in the trash. I moved the camera. Alright. I'll go back to the little fence. Well, it's like a sign symbol. Like a hanging sign symbol. And I know there's more down here, and I keep touching this part right here with my hand. Ugh. Okay, and I don't like all these, let's put it there. All these drills sticking together. Why are they doing that? It's aggravating. It's funny, like you can get like 200 different sets of drills because there's like over 200 colors, right? And you'll have like 3 or 4 colors, like they're just stuck together. And you're like, why? Why you? And all the other ones are fine. It's like, no. And then this one here has little tabs on it. That's trash. Usually I just try and run my finger over the tray to get them to break apart. And sometimes they do. And you get like a few more that are separated. I know I saw some video where they were like, I think they put them in a bowl of soapy water and let them soak. Yeah, I don't really have time to do that. So I'll show you in a second. Let me break apart some of these. I'll show you in a second what I've been working on. Mostly in the evenings. And then like on yesterday was like, oh, we had like serious storms here in the morning. I was actually kind of worried because the winds were cray. I mean, like coming through here 50, 60 miles an hour. We lost a few branches on the tree in the front. And one of them fell like right next to my husband's truck, but it didn't fall on it, so that was good. It was a pretty big branch. So it was stormy because I was gonna, you know, do a little stream yesterday, but I was like, it's so gray. And yeah, I'll just do it tomorrow. So that's why I'm doing it today. Come on, break apart. Finish this color. Now I'll show you what I've been working on. Ooh, come on, give me another one. Okay, I don't think there's any down here. All this is like blue down here in this corner. Oh gosh. Break apart. So hubby had bought a toolbox, a little small tool. Well, it's not small, it's about maybe like 2 feet wide, 1.5 feet. Yeah, maybe like that. I don't know. It's just like a kind of basic toolkit. So he said I could have it for the house and doing things around the house. I'm like, cool. Although I really wanted like a purple set, like, you know, a really curly set of tools, you know, so it's like in the house. So you need like a Phillips. There's 2 more of those plus signs. A Phillips, you know, regular flathead screwdriver. You need some pliers, some needle nose, some crescent wrenches, maybe a ratchet. What else do they got in there? Hammer. You know, just kind of like the basics. Okay, I think that's it. I think. So anyhow, he's like, here, you can have this for the house. I'm like, cool. I think it's blue. Got blue tools. That's fine. I mean, pink would have been a bit too girly, although I do like some pink things. But purple would have been optimal. Oh. So let's see here. We got W. So I've got all of the drills are that way in the 3 trays that I put them in. Come out of there. So I kind of got them in a mix of these small ones and the tall ones. Although the kit, the storage unit itself actually came with all tall. But I have had some of these in like the small, because they don't have many drills. So I was like, let's put them in there. I don't think there's a lot of W. I could be wrong, since I was wrong about the plus signs, which I still have to come back here and get these two. One there. Come on. Oh, that's really irritating. Come on. All right, let's try it this way. There we go. Let's pull that puppy out of there. Put the wrong color lid on the wrong color. Then I'll really be super confused. Jeez Louise. So I'm kind of like, there's a plus sign right there. Jeez Louise. Oh God. All right, so I'm scanning this way like that, and then I'm going this way. So down, down. So by these little darker lines here, these little 10 by 10 sections. So in this section, I'm just kind of scanning down, looking for a W. I don't see one. And then I'll just go over to the next set of 10 and look again and just keep going down. And then I'll go ahead and put the drill down where I see the symbol. Me and my little Spotify is doing a dumb ad, but oh well. I didn't want to pay for it. If I do get the channel monetized at some point, I'll go ahead and go back to paying for it. But it's kind of pointless to do so at this point in time. Okay, so that was W. So I do have all of the letters and the numbers together in the little storage unit, so those are easier to find. Okay, so now we've got 6. And so I have to hold it like this because the top is that way. So I'm going to make sure I don't have like the 9, because there is also a 9. Okay, so there was a 6 here. Let me look at the 8. I think that's an 8, but I could be wrong. See, that's an 8 there. No, that's a 6. The 8 has a kind of more of an olive color to it. There's the 9. So they look, yeah, and just be careful. I know that there was one symbol I was doing where I put it down and then I realized I put down the wrong color. It's like, that was dumb. But it was the same color family as that area, so you couldn't really tell that that was the wrong color. It's like, oh, be careful. You really have to, like, some of these you have to pay attention. Some of the symbols are really close to each other. I mean, I understand why they did that because there's so many colors, but it does make it more difficult to kind of whiz your way through here. You just can't whiz your way through here. You have to slow down. On certain symbols, not on all of them, but certain ones. Like the 6 and the 8, they look close. And then if you find a 6 and then you go find an 8, you can see what the difference is, and then you know, like next time, the 6 is more green and the 8 is more olive green. And it just makes it easier next time you go for those two colors. And since they're both green, they're usually going to be in the same area. Because if you look at the picture that's up on the screen there, you can see that there's kind of like sections. So you'll have like a kind of dark blue section, there's like the purple section. There's the light blue part in the middle, that's the sky. And the green where the plant is. I just put this down by accident because I was looking at the screen. Yeah, so you can kind of tell they kind of come in like clumps of color. And that does help. Because you know, like right in here, this is mostly greens. Right in here, this is greens. And here's blues. So when you're going through, you know, looking at the colors and whatever, you're not going to pick the wrong one. I think that's it for the 6s. I see 8s. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, 6 goes back over here with the numbers. Then I've got the hand symbol. Like that. So I think what I'm going to do is do another studio tour now that the day bed's out of here, because it certainly opened up more options for how to lay out the room. And I could expand my desk, and it's much roomier, much more roomier. Do I know how to speak English? Me no speaky English. You know, my mom was born in Puerto Rico, grew up in Puerto Rico, didn't come to the States till she was 22. I think she was 22 when she had my sister. And she did not have an accent. So if you spoke to her, there was no way that you could tell that she was Puerto Rican. I was amazed at that. I don't know how she managed that, because most people that grow up speaking Spanish like that, they usually have an accent when they speak English. And there's nothing wrong with having an accent. She just didn't have one, and I couldn't figure out like why she didn't. It was amazing. But she was amazing. So I'm coming up, let's see what else. Next month, June 22nd, is the 2-year anniversary of my son's death. So I'm not looking forward to that, because I know it's going to be hard. Okay, so I saw, where did I see it? A plus sign right there. So yeah, so I'm not looking forward to that. Okay, where'd it go? Right here. I might keep this one out since I keep finding more of that color. Oh my gosh. So I don't know what I'm gonna do on that day. Listen to his music. That didn't work. What is going on? Stick. Get in there. I see something. I think. Or am I imagining things? I'm imagining things. I'm hallucinating. So we went to the Dallas Koi Club event this past weekend. Got a couple of new members of the family. One of them is yellow and one of them is orange gold. They're really pretty. I call the yellow one Butters, like from South Park. They're really pretty. And the other thing that they had at the, it's called the Dallas Koi Kichi Club. They had a water plant, the water plant club or whatever was also doing their event on the other part of the store that they were at. And so we were able to get some really nice water plants finally for the for the pond. We were having a hard time. We wanted to put, a bunch of plants, well, not a bunch, but put some plants in the pond because it's really good for the ecosystem. And it's just hard to find them. Nobody sells them around here. There's no real great, pond store that we've been able to find. And so they had some there, so we got like 4 water lilies and some other water plants. We got a cattails, those are really cool. And there was one called a star or something or other. And so we put those are in the pond now, so hopefully the fish will be really super happy about that. Makes the pond look better too. Looks more natural. I'll have to pop some pictures up on X Twitter. God, I wish he hadn't changed the name of that. Probably take like 20 years for people to stop calling it Twitter. I wonder if he thought about that before he changed the name. It's one of those cases where it's just because you want to do something doesn't mean it's the right thing to do or the best thing to do. Why are these two stuck together? I don't know. I don't know. I thought I saw one more over here. Oh, there's like definitely more. I did a little bit of dinkum gaming. I haven't been much in the gaming mood. I think mostly because I'm just too tired. You have to have some sort of energy to game. Some kind, and I don't mean like necessarily like physical energy. I mean like brain energy. And my brain energy levels they were just like super low. What with all the packing and unpacking. So there was one day where I was like, I feel like playing dinkum, and I worked a bit on my isles, little islands. I want to finish the isle that has my house, and then I'll go back to the town and work on the town. Okay, so let me see here. So I'm like, there's another plus sign right there. Oh my gosh. Why did I miss so many of these? I just did like a crappy pass through. Right there in the middle of all this green. This is what happens when you're blind and old. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm looking, ooh, hit the camera. So that I'm looking for the hand. And they're still, I'm gonna break these two apart like that. Just use force. Just force them apart. The dogs went back to sleep. Thank goodness. So I can stream in peace. See if I can get these to turn over. Sometimes the drills, they don't want to turn over. And you're like, can you just turn over for me? First world diamond art issues, right? So yesterday in the evening, since I was tired, I was watching a video of people who are colorblind getting those special glasses so they could see color. It's really, really pretty cool. And it just reminds me not to take for granted things like being able to see colors. You know, or the ones where they show people being able to hear for the first time, or being able to hear after a long period of not being able to hear. And it's just like, yeah, don't take any of that stuff for granted. And it's special to be able to see all the colors, because then you can really see the world the way that it is. And it's just, you know, like, don't take that for granted. Because those people were like tripping out. They're like, that's blue, that's purple. It's pretty cool. I know the camera is like, I have to figure out like a better, where was I? Oh, down here. A better mount for the camera. I don't want to put it on the actual part of the desk. That's this part here. So this desk right here just ends kind of like just a little bit like over here, over that way, just like about, I don't know, from where I'm diamond painting, maybe like 5 inches. And it ends, it's like a piece of melamine board that's sitting on top of some closet-made storage cabinets. So I don't want to put the camera on this, because if I move this, then if I, you know, if I move the table, the camera will move. I don't want the camera to move. But it's to my right at the moment, and I'm right-handed, so I keep like, you know, like knocking it like that, right? To show you how, like, what it looks like when I do that. So I need to figure out a better way to mount it on the other part of the desk, so I don't hit it and I don't move it. There's a plus thing right there. So I told my husband, I said, so well, I asked him, it's more of a question, like, so are you going to be happy just knowing that you're going to die here in this town? We're not going to move. Oh my gosh. Because he was like, I don't know if I want to die here in this town. I'm like, okay, why are you thinking about that? That's like the least thing on my mind, right? Like, where I'm going to die. Like, does it really matter? Because when you're dead, you're dead. Like, okay. I said, don't even worry about it. You know, and the thing about it is that our mortgage here is fairly low compared to the rest that are in the area because of the interest rate. And the interest rate being so high, like, where would we go? To be able to have a cheaper mortgage, you know? And that was kind of one of the bummers about the move to Tennessee not working out, because we would have paid off this house and the other one and not had a mortgage. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, thirsty. Okay, now I see another plus sign right there. Let me do this plus sign. I'm going to show you what I was working on. Because I haven't forgotten. I'm not that senile yet. Let me just kind of glance real quick. Are there any more plus signs? Yes, right there. Turn over. Thank you. Right there. Maybe I just did like a half scan and then forgot that I didn't scan the whole thing. That's a possibility, that I just went like down like to here and then it's like went on talking about whatever and totally didn't realize that I just didn't do the whole thing. Duh. Okay. So I think I've probably mentioned it maybe in some of my earlier streams or whatever, that I also crochet along with my diamond painting and my cross stitch, which I am still working on, and my coloring. So I haven't really done much coloring, mostly because the colored pencils were in a box, right? I had to unpack them and resort them out by brand and color, you know, get all anal, OCD and whatever about it. So I'm also working on a painting, which is kind of an abstract that I'm kind of working on. Kind of mixed media. I glued that on there. So that was just yesterday, just putzing around, because I wanted to do some painting. So that's one of the things that I've been working on. And the other thing is I got, I guess you could say I got my crochet mojo back on. And so this is what I've been working on. So I just did this little flower bud this morning. I did this section here, this last row there on this little flower, like a little flower. There's one in here. There's 8 of these, 2 on each side. It's kind of like a little flower. And then down the middle, there's another flower here. And then like in the center, this is the center. So that's another thing that I've been working on, kind of getting my crochet mojo back. Kind of came out of the blue. I think when I was doing all the packing and whatever, I had that particular project, I kind of call it the pastel project, but I think it's called Chrysalis by Jen Tyler. I have it in a white little basket where all the different color yarns are, and I saw it and I was like, huh, I feel like crocheting, maybe working on that. So I got the I'm a member of Ravelry, so I went to Ravelry, which is where I bought the pattern from, the artist there, and I downloaded it onto my iPad. She has videos, so you can kind of see, because her work is really super intricate. It's definitely like advanced crochet. And so sometimes I'll have to refer to her video, because I'm like, I have no idea what she's talking about here, like what to do. And so that's what I've been doing in the evenings, is working on that. I am on part 3. So it's I don't know if it was a crochet along or whatever. There's a hand right there. Oh, there's my hubby. He's gonna have to wait. Just hold on. I'm busy. But yeah, it does help to look at the videos sometimes when you can't figure out what she's talking about in her directions, because it's really complex. She is the only crochet designer, pattern maker, whatever, that does a pattern the way she does. It's like super intricate, and I'm like, I would never have thought of doing it that way, but it works. But sometimes you do need to look at the video to kind of see, like, where does this, you know, where do I stick the needle, you know, the crochet needle. Like, I don't know. I can't figure it out. Oh my god, there's more hands here. I just put those away. So I've really super been enjoying crocheting again. And I'm glad I got my little mojo back, because I do want to use that that one I'm making as a blanket for when I'm sitting on the couch. Especially this winter when I get chilly. I mean, not that, you know, the house is cold, but I get cold. I get cold even in the AC. I hate the AC. We have the AC right now is set for 75. Like, is it even on? Yes, it actually is on. It's just not very cold. I hate it. Okay, I saw one of these somewhere in here. Yeah, I just, right there. My body just gets cold, like, really, really fast. And then once I get cold like that, I'm just so uncomfortable. And all I can think about is, I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. And it just repeats over and over in my head. I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. And, yeah, that's like no fun. And I can be fine, you know, and then I was like sitting on the couch and I was like, I'm gonna take a nap, and then I'll lay down, and then I'll wake up, it's like, I'm freezing and nothing changed. Nothing, literally nothing changed. I was just laying there, and then I wake up, I'm like, I'm freezing, my feet are freezing, my arms are cold. It's funny. My husband's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. All I know is I'm cold. And it's, yeah, I go through that every day. Every day at some point in time, I'm like, I'm cold. First I thought I had like anemia or something, but I eat enough red meat and I take a good multivitamin supplement thing. And, yeah, so I don't think it's that. And it's not thyroid issues, because I've had a thyroid test before when they did my blood work, and it's fine. So yeah, it's like, okay. Oh, I'm so weird. Okay, so this one here, I cannot tell what that is. I think it's what I was just had out. I think it has like a speck of wax down in there, so you can't really, so the symbol's a little obscured, but it'll work. Okay, so now we've got, I think that is I think it's a diamond ring, maybe. What the freak? That would be circular, so would that be with the circle symbols? At least I think it's a diamond ring. I need to get the, I think that's this. I need to get out the actual pattern. And, well, it is a diamond ring. Check it out. It's a diamond ring. I need to get out the actual, like, pattern, the symbol key. I don't even know where it is. I think it's in a folder where I put like all the diamond painting stuff in there. So of course, now that I packed up everything and unpacked everything and rearranged while I was at it. I have no idea where anything is. I have to stop and think about it. It's like, where did I put X, Y, or Z? I'm like, wait, hold on a second. Because what I did was I took 2 of the pieces of furniture that were in my office and I moved them into the middle bedroom where the day bed is. I guess that's the guest room. I just call it my room. So my room. So when I want to take a nap and it's quiet, I just go in there. So, of course, moving those 2 pieces of furniture in there really left a lot of good space here in the office. But now, like, all of the diamond painting supplies are in there. All the extra drills, all that stuff's in there. Most of it is in there. There's a little bit in here. So in here I have the drafting table, and on the drafting table there's there's 2 diamond paintings that are in process. I've got Bubble Wall and Welcome Home. And I've got Aquarius here on this L part, this U part of my desk, which goes that way. Okay. Goes like that. Hanging on the wall in the former closet that's now has no doors. I took the doors off. I've got hanging in there the Celebrate Diversity, which is by Amy Brown in there that I have to get back to. And the Serafina is on the left, hanging in there. So I'm using, to hang them, I'm using like pants hangers. They're pretty. I bought some on Amazon. They're rose gold. They're pretty. Let's see if there's any more wedding rings down here. I don't know, but I see a plus sign right there. And I see a circle right there. Oh my gosh. This is torture. This kit is torturing me. So I need this. This is the circle. Get off there. Which is here. I should say the circles. There's more than one circle. And what was the other thing I saw? I saw something. Is it a plus sign? Yeah, right there. I'm keeping the pen there. Let's try and find it.
I've decided to swim the English Channel.
A woman? I believe she'll die in that water. From producer Jerry Bruckheimer and director
Okay.
It comes the must-see true story.
That was...
Go to England or die trying. You don't have to do this. Don't let anyone take me out of the water, no matter what.
There's another one there.
Tennessee, rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Intellect Peters Friday. Get tickets now.
Flip
There are
over.
more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out.
Right, you gotta be
Like your
difficult.
social security number or password.
Are you to become a victim?
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated
Yeah,
US-based
on this
restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity
on this
theft or
plus
monitor
sign
all
thing, I did a
transactions.
terrible
Whenever
first
one
pass.
receives a 25%
That was an
off
epic
their
fail.
first year, go to lifelock.com/Spotify.
That was a failure. Alright, now I've got this symbol here that is really hard to see what it is. I don't think I have my magnifying glass like readily available. So I'm going to take a guess on what it is. And I think, well, I know it's green. So it's either this battery, that's a battery. this battery, or there's something else that kind of looks like that, I think. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe it's that one. Let me see. What kind of green is it? Kind of like a olive green. You know what? So it fits in there. These symbols up here, these three, that's this. But I want to see if there's any more of this battery. See, it's really weird. This symbol right here, when I printed, I had to print them out again. And my printer was low on ink. So this label is actually blue and white. This little symbol here is light, like a light blue and white, but the drills are green. So that happened on quite a few on my reprint. You know, like this one here. It's green, but it's blue on the symbol. So, okay, so this battery, it's not quite in the middle of the square. These little white parts here on this one are at the bottom of the square. So when you look down here, that's at the bottom, that's at the bottom. But this one here, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, I think are the battery. And then this one's at the bottom, which I think is this one. So what I may end up doing is not do those two colors right now until I find my magnifying glass, so that I can make sure I'm putting them in the right, because see, this is like more olive green and this is a bright green. That may be the way to tell, but I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So I'm gonna skip that. let's just ignore that one. Let's do this one here. I'll go for a little bit longer since the dogs are sleeping. So this is kind of like a little square symbol there, which is like a dark green, dark olive green. So I'm just gonna kind of work my way down. It's probably not a lot of this. Let's go down here. Okay, so in the packing and all that, like I hurt the bottom of my left foot on my heel. I don't know what I did. Maybe the tendon that runs through there, but it was almost like so severely painful just to walk on my foot. So I had to, that's one of the other reasons I took the week off, because I was in so much pain. I could barely walk. It's like, oh my God. So that's like starting to heal, but I can still kind of feel it a little bit. Sinuses aren't too bad, although the trees are blooming. We have like tree pollen right now, but I just do my meds, try and keep it under control. And then the other thing from packing, like my hands were really sore from like doing the tape, wrapping things. I was doing like a lot of hand motions. Like, oh, hands hurt. See, I don't even see this symbol. There's one. The minute I say I don't see it, I see it. Seriously? I'm telling you, man, the universe has a wicked sense of humor. Ha ha ha. The minute she says she can't find it, I'm gonna show her just a like 4 of them right there. Thanks. There's actually quite a few right there. A little dark section. You can tell because of the symbol right here. Okay. Just gonna kind of work my way down. Work it. I don't think. I'm not gonna say that now. I don't want to say it now. I don't think it's down here. Oh, there's 5 of them right there. And there's one there. And as a matter of fact, there's the fence. Not the fence. I don't know why I keep calling it a fence. The little sign symbol. Right there. I missed it. Wait for a second. Okay. So it's kind of down here. There's one there. I'm using this B note. It's got the square placer. It's kind of cool. I don't like it as much as my one pen that has like the flat side. I really like that one. If I could put the square tip on there, that would be pretty cool. Okay, let's see. There's another one here. So we're still working on selling our RV. I'm not really up to that. I don't know, just after Devin passed away, I just wasn't interested in doing it anymore. It's the oddest thing. I really don't understand, but I know that it was making me anxious being in the truck while we were towing it, but I was willing to kind of deal with that, but now I just don't want to deal with it. I think I'm just afraid of that level of stress and anxiety. Oop. I do want to put together another little studio tour. There's another sign thingy. So you can see like what my work area looks like. I still have to put the edging on my desk. I get my hubby to help me with that. He's still putting together, back together his garage. I mean, you know, he had packed up his garage and it was like, yeah, there's a lot going on with that. And he's back to work, so yeah. Okay, so this goes here. These two are magnifying glass related. So we've got this one here. It's kind of like a dark blue green. So letter I. yeah, I want to fill these few up here. Get those out of my hair so I can concentrate on down here. But I'm doing a bigger section this time. I thought that it might save me at least a little bit of time by exposing more of the symbols in one kind of like pass through, so I didn't have to keep pulling out the colors, different colors, on and off, on and off, on and off, and just like maybe try and like limit that a little bit. Not limit, but lessen the amount of time that I was pulling out drills, putting them back, pulling out drills, putting them back. It actually has helped on that front. There's a hand right there. So it's kind of nice to not be doing that over and over. Oh God, somebody's going down the sidewalk, but the dogs are asleep. Okay. So I'll try and get back into my regular you like the way I say that? Regular, non-scheduled streaming. And start my rotation again between my diamond painting and my cross stitch and my coloring. I'm not going to throw in a stream on my painting. I am not that good of a painter. I'm just kind of winging, doing some abstract stuff. Just to kind of see how it goes. I'm just experimenting with that. Kind of letting more of my, you know, free, how do I say it? Can't say it real fast. Free flow, creative stuff come out, you know, fun stuff come out. I mean, if you think about it, like diamond painting is pretty straightforward. There's not like room for, you know, really like much innovation or creativity while you're doing it. You know, you have the symbol, that color goes there and it goes there, right? And you just put it down. Crochet, you can be creative, but normally I'm following a pattern, you know, another designer's pattern. Mostly I follow Helen Shrimpton's patterns and Jen Tyler. There's another lady, but I can't remember her name right offhand. And then the coloring you can be creative with, because, you know, you have so many colors to choose from. And you can make, you know, hair. You don't have to make hair brown or blonde or, you know, whatever. You can just make it purple if you want. So you do have a lot of room for that creative flow, free flow. I said it easily. Free flow when you're doing coloring. So the painting is very, for the most part, when you're doing an abstract, for the most part, just free flow. You're just kind of winging it as you go along, unless you have like some sort of plan in place. But that painting that I showed you that I'm working on, I have no plan really for it. I was just picking a color, laying it down, trying different brushes, seeing what it looked like, layering, blah blah blah. Just kind of just playing, really. So I don't think that that would be very fun to see a stream on, because I just, you know, I'm not like a professional artist. I'm brave enough just doing my coloring on there. Ugh, Oh, bless you. My dog sneezed. Those two are stuck together. So I might throw in a crochet stream here or there, so you can see kind of how I do it. Go lie down. I don't know why you're up and about. She's like, I don't know either. I'm kind of moving around a little bit on this color. I don't know why. It's like my eye is just catching for some reason where it is. Go figure. Like, okay, I'll take advantage of that. I don't know why that one looks weird. Now you have to remember that this kit is kind of the difficult kit as far as like getting there to be no gapping. Yeah. But I'm going to go with it. And I know that once I have it up on the wall, that won't be visible at all. Let me see if that finished. Where is Spotify? I think it did. I'll go a little bit longer. They're still like kind of mostly sleeping. Kind of finish this color here while I have it out. Really stick to the pen. There's quite a bit of that color. More than I expected. There's not too much more of this, I don't think. Please do not prove me wrong. I saw one over here somewhere. Here. Let's check. So my brother said I should have the set up my second camera so you can see the dogs. So I have to figure out how to do that. Like, do you want to see my dogs? They are cute. So one of the things that's funny is Misty, the new one, the new puppy. She was like, she's like a yellow cream color. kind of like a golden lab color. And she started getting like little spots, like little brown spots mixed in with that color. So now, but they're not like of any significant size. They're really, really like just little small like areas, little like patches. So she looks like she's dirty. She looks like she's dirty. I'm like, what the heck happened to your nice buttery cream color fur? Now you just look like you're just dirty. Poor thing. I don't know. I don't know if it was from going out in the sun, out in the backyard. It's hilarious. Okay, I think that's it for that. And these go in the trash. I'm gonna see again if I can get my other dog to eat. I'm worried about her. Okay, that goes back over there. So, where am I at? Okay, so I need the magnifying glass for these two, so I can make sure I'm putting the right color in the right spot for that. And then I've got these up here to get. There's one here. Let me do these two before I finish for the day. This one is this one. I can get it to get on here. Probably have to put some more wax on the pen. That one there. And then the other one that's missing right there in that little spot is the down pointing airplane. That's what I call it. The down pointing airplane. So the airplanes are with the travel. So I've got like the sailboat, the up pointing airplane, the down pointing airplane, but there's two. Let's see. So they're kind of similar, but this one I want is this one. Why did they do that? Why did they make them so similar? Oh, that's just a killer. So this has the two little, this has the rounded front, this is the pointy front, and this has these little, I mean, it looks like an airplane. They look like airplanes, whatever. Okay, so I got that area done. So next time I come and do some diamond painting, might be like tomorrow morning, I'll go ahead and I'll try and finish these little like kind of gappy areas up here, so I can maybe like from here just do all this that's missing, right? And then I can continue like working my way down this way and try and finish this corner. And once I finish this corner, I can go back up to the top, kind of top middle, which is a little bit like right over here. And then continue on down again this way, like on down again this way. And then just make my way across the rest of the canvas and try and finish it up. And then I'll have my hubby take the measurements like he did for Magic Potion and make a frame for me. But I think this time I'm going to do a... Oh, he's calling me again. Yeah, I'll call you in a second. I was thinking of a white frame, but I might do maybe like a light gray. I don't know if I want to do another black frame. Like a Magic Potion looks good with the black frame, so maybe black. I don't know. I'll think about it. So that's where I am for today. So let me go ahead and grab this release sheet. So what I normally try and do is kind of just cover this. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Just to protect it till I come back to it. So he left me a message. He's like, what are you doing? I feel like I'm actually streaming. Let me shut this. So by the way, I have this kind of connector for the power for the light pad that's underneath here. And it's got like a little thing that you stick in where you normally stick like the power, and that way you don't have to keep pulling it out. You just attach just this magnetic. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it makes it just super easy to charge things. So anyhow, I don't think anybody stopped in to lurk or whatever while I was doing this for the last hour and a half. But if you come back later and you watch, I'm back. Yay, I'm back. And I'll be doing more streams, and then I want to get the studio tour. The sun's kind of going away right now. I want to do it when it's a really super good sunny day, and then you can see like how I set things up again in here. And you know, just get back to my other kinds of streams and videos with, you know, working on the Serafina bubble wall for the diamond painting. Get back to my Once Upon a Fairy Tale on the cross stitch, and then, you know, finish up some of those coloring pages that I have unfinished, and I want to get those finished before I start like any new ones. So I've got quite a bit to do, but now that I'm, you know, unpacked after the packing fiasco, I can, you know, get back to doing what I normally do. So oh, the other thing is I had my 10-year wedding anniversary with hubby, and I got a new little set. It's real pretty. It's got red gold here. They're pretty. Something different. To celebrate our wonderful 10 years together. It was actually really 11, but we've been married for 10 years. So that was May 25th. So the same day as Star Wars Day. That's pretty cool. So thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on so you know when I'm streaming again. I normally do stream in the mornings. You know, I'm a little late today because I was trying to get the little puppy to eat, the non-eating puppy to eat. She's so finicky. Oh Lord. I mean, what does she want? Filet mignon? Probably. Oh, she's so picky, but I'm gonna try and feed her. So anyways, be kind to yourself. Be kind to the world. Do not take anything for granted. There's a lot going on, and it's only seeming to get crazier. So we need stable, emotionally stable, and rational people to just stay calm and keep their environment and their part of the world like as stable as possible, because this instability is just off the chart. And so yeah, we just need everybody to take care of themselves, help other people, you know, be kind, be compassionate, but on the other hand, you know, don't tolerate, you know, excesses of BS and poor behavior and illogical and irrational thinking. That's just, yeah, it can't really be tolerated anymore. It's just ruining the world, and we don't want the world ruined, right? So anyhow, I'm gonna pass out hugs and have a sparkly day, and I will see you next time.